it wanted to totally reboot itself, and then it took forever to come up. But we are fine. We've got a lot of people on the webinar. Welcome, all of you guys. It's amazing. There's a lot of people on here from South Africa. People are on here from Canada. I'm looking here at the UK. It's incredible, guys. So this is really wonderful. I really appreciate that. Great news we want to talk about, and I just got off the phone with Steve Labriola. Of course, I'm welcomed by people here from Hawaii. It's amazing. It's just the amount of people that are typing their names in. A couple things I want to go over. Amanda from Australia, welcome, guys. A ton of people on the line today. So let's go ahead and get started today with our call. Exciting news, guys. There is a new 1-800 number. It's an 800 number for customer service. Now, Steve asked me not to release that number to everybody today. It has been being sent out to some of the leaders for them to test market for the next week. After we make sure that there's no issues and problems with people connecting and getting through, then we're going to give that 800 customer service. It's going to be sent out to everyone. And this is primarily going to be used if people are having, little small issues, minor issues with their account. None of the big stuff, a lot of the big stuff is still going to go. It'll be forwarded over to corporate, and we're going to get the actual information on what that number is going to be used for. I do understand that the number is operational and running right now. Some people are already using it as the leaders. There's a customer service staff that is there manning the phones and answering phone calls. They've been setting that up for some time now and been testing it. So right now, the call center is up and running. We are testing it, so that's being given to a few people to test out just for whatever minor issues that they may have or be running into. Once we make sure that everything is perfectly okay with that, again, that number is going to be given out to everyone. Some more exciting news, folks. And before I go and talk about that exciting news, it has a lot to do with, well, let's just mention it. We know a lot of people are worried about or wondering about the pay card as far as people wanting to be able to get money on their cards. Well, I talked to Steve today, and I'm very, very happy to announce that they're very close on that pay card. In fact, guys, within the next week, it may be as soon as tomorrow, it could be as late as early next week. But you'll be able to actually put in perhaps, like, let's say, a debit card or a MasterCard for the company to actually put your pay onto that card. So I'm really excited about that. We know a lot of people are reporting. In fact, I got emails and text messages this morning. The bank deposits are on time. In fact, people said that they're getting them early. Quite a few people said that they got their deposits from last week this morning. So it's really, really important that we're not only loving, guys, what we're doing, but I tell you what, we're loving the fact that the company is making progression in the right way. And boy, I tell you guys, it humbles me just to know that back in December when I first heard about this, and I looked at this website, 95% of it was in Portuguese. I didn't understand anything. We had no customer service. We had nothing. Guys, and I'll tell you, we didn't even have a marketing department here, let alone a marketing director. We have so much now. And, of course, guys, as I said, things are getting so much better. So many of you guys will really appreciate that customer service number, primarily to help people set up their phone if they have trouble with making calls and different things of that nature. That is what's going to be, really, really great for a lot of people. Some people are typing in, wahoo, my God, I can't wait. Exactly. This is incredible, everything that's happening right now. So we're loving the fact of what's being rolled out. So the debit card, guys, initially you'll be able to use your own debit cards, your own credit cards. You'll be able to put that information in there, have your deposits that you have weekly, have those loaded onto those cards. So that's one of the things that right now they're finishing buttoning up in the system. Then they're going to come up with their own debit card and with the new platform and everything else that you can get. I'm definitely going to get me one of the Telexfree debit cards because that's powerful. Whenever you go out to dinner and you're paying, you're meeting someone and you're talking, and if you happen to pay or pick up the bill and you whip out a debit card, credit card, and put it on the table and it has Telexfree on it, let me tell you something, folks. That's a huge statement. It's gonna be a lot for a lot of people. The other big news that we're going to talk about, guys, is dealing with the new this new enhanced product that we have, this service that we have, which is the Telexfree financial service. Before we go into that, I'm going to explain to you guys how that's going to work and why it's going to be so beneficial for everyone. So it's a good thing that you guys made this call today, because you're going to get some in-depth information that I only understood 10 minutes ago. So we're going to share that with everybody. Before we get into that, we want to let everybody know, huge presentations, guys, are coming up. Santiago de la Rosa is flying in from Boston into Atlanta. I'm going to be there. We're going to be doing presentations in Atlanta. The address is on your screen. Make sure you write this down. It's going to be Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Again, that's at the Holiday Inn Perimeter at 4386 Chambly Dunwoody Road. 7:30 on August 8th. The presentation is going to be in English and in Spanish. So if you know people that speak Espanol, make sure that that they're there for that evening. You know, this is going to be absolutely powerful. Again, that's August 8th at 7:30 p.m. Agents are $10, guests are free, and we look to do some incredible prizes as well for that evening. Friday, guys, I just got it. I know it's the La Quinta Inn is where it's going to be at in Orlando. I don't have the address text to me yet. Santiago was trying to text it over to me, but I don't have it yet. As soon as I get that address, we're going to be announcing that on our call on Wednesday. We're also going to be announcing it on the call on Thursday. So make sure that if you have anybody in the Orlando area, I do know it's the La Quinta Inn. I'm not sure exactly the address, but I know it's there in Orlando. And we'll be getting that out to everyone. So make sure you get on the call for Wednesday and Thursday to send anyone that you know in the Orlando area for the Friday night presentation. It will start at 7:30. I do know that much. And then on Saturday, from 1 to 5 in near Fort Lauderdale, it's a place called Margate, Florida, that we're seeing now with Telexfree. And people are loving the fact that we have, like we said, these new additional products and services. They're loving the fact that the pay is coming quicker. For all the naysayers out there that were saying all kinds of crazy things that weren't true, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. You know, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. It's just, you know, the truth of the matter is, if money is coming into your account, you're getting paid, everybody's getting paid. Guess what? That's the only thing that matters, and that's really how you can determine the truth and the heartbeat behind the company, and that's what people are looking forward to. So we got a lot of excitement there. I want to touch on a big announcement, guys, and this is coming, I believe they said, within the next week. This is what I want you to understand. We're talking about this new service that we have that's going to help us to deal with a lot of the problems of people seeing what's really going on. When you look at what's going on in our industry, the amount of mortgage lenders that have went out of business, the amount of people that have filed bankruptcy, people that are homeless. It's amazing how many people are filing foreclosures, almost 200,000 new ones a month. It's absolutely incredible. And so our economy definitely isn't fixed. And the fact that we know this new service, folks, that we're talking about is absolutely huge, because when you have on any given night up to 3.5 million people sleeping on the streets and are homeless, millions of people have had their credit. Surprise how many people in the United States alone have less than perfect credit. Guys, it is far more the majority that do not have perfect credit. So this is a product, guys, I'm telling you, people are lining up to get. We know that this product is going to help a lot of people. And in fact, you know, when you think about 1 out of every 6 people in the United States don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't even have a clue if they're going to eat. This is not third world countries. This is in the United States. It's called a clue. Hello, this is something that we all need to take note of. This is a huge market. You know, during the Depression, while people lost millions during the Great Depression, yet there were some that made millions of dollars during that time. In fact, they made more money in that time period than they ever made in their life. Why? Because they saw an opportunity and they took advantage of an opportunity. They got in front of a curve because they understood what was going on at that time period. And so what they came up with different services and products and things that would help people during that time period. and they became multi-millionaires because they gave people what they needed in order for that person to turn their life around. Well, guys, the same thing is happening right now. This new financial product that we're going to be talking about, there's never been a time greater in history than what people need this product right now, where you'll be able to talk to the nation's best financial advisors. You're going to have a software that's going to help you by paying the exact same amount of money out that you're paying out right now. That software is going to allow you to pay off your debt quicker, perhaps pay it off in a third of the time, in some cases a half of the time. You'll be saving money, hundreds if not thousands of dollars off the interest that you would have paid, and at the same time raising your credit score. This product, guys, I thought there were 3 separate products, but it's all in one. When you pay for this product, you're going to have the financial advisor, access to all of those, the financial helpline that they have. You have access to the software that you'll be able to put all your debt in, and it'll be able to tell you exactly what to do. And at the same time, you'll have the help of the what we call credit restoration service, where they can remove and help you remove erroneous and outdated remarks from your credit. So these 3 services is all one product, and I'm happy to say I found out the price of that product, what it's going to be on a monthly basis, guys, and I was shocked because there's so many people that are going to just, guys are going to just eat this product up. And when you get on this product, it allows you now to be a part of the situation or service where you can get a secured loan without any credit check, and it's going to give you access to thousands of products, everything ranging from computers to household items and much more, and it reports immediately within 30 days to all 3 credit bureaus. So talk about rebuilding your credit. I know that several people went out and got secured credit cards and thought that that was going to rebuild their credit right away, but the credit agencies won't even score secured credit cards until after 4 to 6 months. So it just delays that process. This product is going to allow you to have that done immediately. Now, you guys are probably waiting for the price of this. The price I'm hearing, guys, is going to be about the same price as our service for customers, which is around $49.90. I'm absolutely loving that. And here's how it's going to work. And I want to bring up a page here. We'll always have the phone service when the person comes in. They're going to be able to get those phone packages, sell them either to the public as for placing your ads. You're getting them for free, or you'll be able to sell back to the public. The other thing is, in your back offices, you're going to see this new access to this financial advantage plan. And so, a person can come in, and let's say they come in for an Ad Central family. They'll still have access to the phone packages. So they'll still get 50 of the phone packages in their back office, and they'll be able to sell all those and get 90% of the commission. You'll still have access for placing your 5 ads a day. You'll still have access, folks, and I'm going to go past all of this. You'll still have access to sell that back to the company and earn the 90% commission. So let's go back to that slide, and I'm just going to talk about the Ad Central family because I want to make sure it makes sense to you. So on the Ad Central family, none of that's going to change, ladies and gentlemen. All of that's going to be the same. You'll still have the 5 packages. You can sell them to the public, make $224. The free packages you get every week. You'll be able to sell back the unsold by hitting the repurchase button to the company for $100. So the same $1,375, guys, just for selling back the phone packages, you're looking at for 52 weeks, $5,200. Now, on top of this income that you have here, and this is why I love the way that they did this, because they didn't interfere with what we get. We still can get this automatically. But on top of this, they're now going to allow you to sell an additional package, which is going to be the Telex Commerce. So on the Telex Commerce, and let's go and talk about that a little bit, where that's going to fit in at. The Telex Commerce, when a person sells anyone that wants the debt elimination or they want the credit, boosted, that person, they go and they will purchase that from your online web store, just like they're purchasing the phone service. They'll have an opportunity to go there and see that and purchase that. When they purchase that, you'll make an additional 10% on that $49.90 package. So it's 10% on top of the 90% that you get on the phone service. But because this is kept separate like this, this is in addition to, so that now when you have a customer that's on the phone service and they're doing the Telex Advantage plan, you know, you're getting 90% commission on one item and another 10% on the other. But what that's going to do, folks, is this. It is going to be placed now, that particular product, the Telex Advantage plan, is going to go directly into the 5-level unilevel. So you'll get a 10% off of your customers that are on it every month. But 5 generations deep, everyone's customers, you're going to pick up an additional 2% off of that. I will tell you this, out of all the products and services that we have and we've been talking about, the Telex Advantage plan here in the United States is the most wanted, the most popular, and the high demand product. So you will notice that in your downline, as the different representatives that are in your downline, as they bring on more of these customers, which will count as a customer point. So let's say you don't want to get the phone service, but you sign up someone on the Telex Advantage plan. Well, guess what, guys? That is a customer for you. So if you signed up 5 people who are all on the Telexfree, they're all on the Telexfree phone service, that's fine. That's 5 customers. If they're all on the Telexfree Advantage plan, that's all in the unilevel. So that's the exact same thing. You got to understand, guys, in the phone plan, you know how we get the 90% the first month? Well, platform, which they're going to fix, what's going to happen is, as this new platform comes in, all your customers that you've signed up, and a lot of people know this, they're going and the customers are renewing, and some people are getting still 90% that second and third month when you're only supposed to get 10%. You see, what phone service is designed, folks, is to take it, give you 90% the first month, and then as that customer pays again every month, it drops into this 5-level unilevel. What hasn't been doing that, the company knows about that, and that's why under the new platform, that's what's going to happen to our phone service. The additional service that we're getting here on the Telex Advantage plan is going to go directly into the unilevel the first month. So it's not going to be where you wait a month, because right now the phone plan, once they fix the platform, the new platform is done, every person that's selling that to the public, that first part does not go into this unilevel. Only when they renew, it's going to go into the unilevel. Well, the Telex Advantage plan, that immediately is going to go into the 5 levels of residual income. That's why I want you to imagine here, folks. In order to qualify for level 1, you have to have 1 customer. To qualify for level 2, you have to have 2 customers, 3 customers, 4 customers, and 5 customers. So here's what's going to happen. When they fix the plan, the financial platform, along with the whole company as far as putting the new system in place, there are a lot of customers out there every single month that many of us are not getting paid on. They have a lot on their 2nd level, 3rd level, 4th level. We're not getting paid on them because the system is not reading correctly. Once that system reads correctly and doesn't pay 90% over and over again every month, all of those customers we're going to start to see in that 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th level of our unilevel. At the same time, you're going to see all the additional customers coming in from the Telex Financial Advantage plan. So what a lot of people are going to notice is the residual income, the monthly residual income, is going to jump through the roof. Their people right now will be shocked just looking at their current organization of agents or promoters that they have, with all of those customers that they have and the additional customers coming on board. They will be absolutely shocked at their residual income. It is going to literally explode for a lot of people. I'm more excited about this, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because the company put in place, guys, for everyone to be able to earn income by simply placing their ads, getting free packages, and selling those packages back to the company for up to 90%. But in order for the company to stay financially solvent, they have to introduce new products and services, of which the company is going to take 45% of their commission and put it into this 5-level unilevel. And so the front end remains the same. Will we still be able to sell packages every week? Absolutely. We'll still be able to earn the same money. But on top of that money that we're earning there, now they just kicked in this additional way that we can earn additional income. Now, I want you to envision all of the customers on the phone service on a monthly basis, all of the customers now on the financial advantage plan. Now what happens is that 2% with one person really kind of doubles. It goes to 4% if you think about it. And let's say now as the company adds in the additional that they're working on, let's say they start to sell a skincare product, and now customers are getting on that. Let's say they start to sell a nutritional beverage. Now the customers are getting in on that. Let's say they sell coffee, whatever it may be, guys, jelly beans, doesn't matter. The base is already built. And because that base is already built, as each customer gets more services, your residual income through this 5-generation unilevel is going to absolutely explode. If people think they're making money now, folks, you haven't seen anything yet. That's been the whole goal of this company. That's the whole thinking. That's the whole philosophy behind it. They're building a huge platform in which they're gathering customers that are going to be exposed to different products and services that the company has to offer. And as they do that, because people always ask, where's the company getting this money to pay all of us? I mean, my God, they're paying us 3.5 times what it costs us to come in. This is what they're doing. This is the whole purpose. This is what everything is built for, so that the company is not only financially solvent, but it puts a ton of money in everybody's pocket because they're building a community of people that will be on multiple services. And only now does it make sense for a lot of people when they start to think about and see the big picture. Because I found it very hard to believe in the beginning. I said, my God, I could come in this company, I can place ads, and you're going to pay me this for this? You got to be kidding me. And whenever I introduce someone, they're all making money. They're placing ads, even if they don't sell a product or service. That particular week, they're still getting it. How are they affording to do this? How can they pay this? Guys, now it's all coming together. It's all making sense. The company is paying us up front for gathering customers, and they're taking the income that they're making off of the customers to be able to pay everybody. So the more customers that we acquire on different products and services, and they will come, the more income we all start to get. And what makes it so beautiful is this. The front end keeps everybody in the game. Whether you were a hero in your previous business or a zero, it doesn't matter. Here's what I tell everybody. Doesn't matter how many times you failed, Telexfree has come up with the formula to help everybody succeed. Because we're advertising, we're talking. And guys, it's not just the posting of ads. I'm telling you what's happening psychologically. People are walking and talking billboards. I've got a gentleman on my team. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, yes, he posts his ads every day, but you know what? Because of the income that he receives, he started to think outside of the box. He says, I'm advertising online. What would happen if I would take one of the major expressways here, or as many people call them, throughways, if I were to take that and put up a billboard? And that's exactly what he did. He put up a billboard, and he's getting leads like crazy, people wanting to know how they can come into Telexfree, come into this company, and make money. That's what it's all about. See, the company is designed not for you just to place the ads online, and that's great, but it's designed to get into your thinking. So when you walk into and you see people, you're going to want to talk about the phone service. When you walk into the grocery store and you meet people and someone's standing in line and saying, oh, my God, these groceries is so high, I can't get what I really want because prices. Hey, listen, have you heard of the Telexfree Financial Advantage Plan? Here's a phone number I want you to call. I believe that they can help you. Here's my ID number. Call them. And when you call them, guess what, guys? They hook the whole thing up for you. Everything's connected. They're talking to the financial advisor that they need to talk to. That person's put into the system and registered under you, and you start earning a 10% commission. Can you imagine how many people that we meet? In fact, people that you know, your family members, your relatives, even the people at work, they don't want to tell you how bad off they are. They don't want to tell you that they can't pay their bills. They don't want to tell you how far behind they are. But what's beautiful about this system, the way it's going to work, is listen, if you know of anybody that needs any kind of financial help, anybody wants to raise their credit score, have them call this number. It's a financial advisor that they're going to be able to talk to. They've got an excellent price, and I'll tell you what, they're working wonders for people. In fact, here, take several of these, because I know if you were like me, I was in financial distress, and this company is helping me tremendously. Now what is that person going to do? Because they don't have to go home and call you and tell you how late they are on their car payment, how their house is maybe perhaps near foreclosure, because they don't have to deal with you and give you their personal business. They can talk to a personal stranger, a professional that's going to be able to not only help them, but advise them on what to do, where to go, exactly how to plan their money. Guess what? They'll make the call. They'll make it happen, and you'll earn residual income off of that month after month. It's absolutely brilliant. So I am so happy, folks, when I got that information from Steve as far as the big picture of how all of this is working. And as he said, if you think the Telex Financial Advantage Plan is something, guys, you haven't seen anything yet. There are other products and services that are going to come out and going to be placed in the same 5-level unilevel to pay all of us the additional money. And you know what, folks? This is icing on top of the cake. Because what has kept each and every one of us in the game, what's kept us here, what's kept us earning the income that we're earning right now is the front end. And the front end stays exactly the same. The only thing they're doing is adding more additional money to the back end. Just absolutely phenomenal. I want to get some thoughts and comments from this. Let's see, Carla, I see you're here online with us. If you're muted out, *6. Carla, are you by your phone? She might be muted out. Fred, are you still here with us?
Yes, I'm here, Randy. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Carla, what do you think about this additional income and how that's going to pay out 5 levels residually every single month?
Oh, man, I tell you, goosebumps is not the word for what I'm feeling right now. It's going to be very exciting, not just for me and my family and my friends and everyone else I know. Everyone will benefit from this. And I can tell you this, as soon as the switch hits on, trust and believe it's going to be a whole lot of us hitting that switch. I would love to have a 7 and 8 score. That's something I've never had before. But I tell you what, that's the best thing that I've ever heard of. Everything else we got going with Telexfree is awesome, but this right here is definitely Telexfree is definitely turning up a notch. And I mean, everyone's going to be blessed from this. Financial freedom is definitely the big word for Telexfree, and I'm very excited about it. Can't wait for it to get started.
Absolutely. And, you know, here's the other thing, too. It's amazing, folks, and I was test marketing this, just talking to people about it. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. There's a ton of people that want this product like yesterday. In fact, Fred, I know you were on the product with a different company. Are you still in line with us, Fred?
Yeah, can you hear me, Randy?
Absolutely. Tell us what your result was from being on this product with another company.
Listen, this company was called FDI back in 2007, Financial Destination Incorporated. And there's some other people in Telexfree that were in this company with us. They had 4 services. And what it did for me, it raised my credit score like 120 points, raised my wife's score, I believe, about 60 points, removed so much derogatory credit information, it was ridiculous. But not only that, you have access to CPAs, financial advisors, you can ask questions, you schedule an appointment in your back office, you write what your issue is, and they will call you. I have spoke to Joe Kraft, who owns that company, on several occasions. I was stunned to speak to the owner, but that's how involved he's in. Brian House, is whose partner, Jay Gruton, was at the Saturday event. His business partner, they have the credit, it's called Credit Track app. It's going to be called something different because we now have the service. But then there's also another part of that service which they used to call Equity Track. that's the one that along with the credit, really along with everything else, that's the one that was the most powerful. Because just like you mentioned earlier, I had a get out of debt date. I had the date that I was going to be debt free. I had the information on how much interest I was going to save compared to how much I would have had to pay, and all with the same amount of money that I was already using. I didn't have to come in with any extra money. However, since we are making money in Telexfree, the get out of date would be much lightning fast than it was back when I was just working that business. And I'm going to tell you right now, that service allowed that company to become debt free. We were killing it. And you're going to make a lot of money, but more importantly, like Randy says, you're going to be able to help millions of people. I said thousands. I was totally mistaken. Randy's correct. You're going to be able to help millions because since 2007, more people are in debt. The number is 83%. It has to be around 93%. So everybody needs this service. It's an ongoing service. As a matter of fact, guys, I was still getting monthly statements from the equity checks, and I still get the statements from them. So yeah, and I'm still paying to use the service. But once we get online, I'm not paying no more because I'm going to buy it for myself. And it's going to help you keep more of the money you're making in Telexfree and be able to help your families, your communities, and the world. So you just buckle up, folks. I'm telling you, it's going to blow you away what you're about to do.
Absolutely. What else is really interesting, too? Guys, I want you to think about this for a second. A lot of your customers that come in under the financial service plan, think about what happens. They're on it. They're paying, let's say, $49 a month. They're watching their credit improve. They're budgeting their money better. They're talking to a financial advisor. And all of a sudden now, that person, let's say they want to join the business. Guys, if they turn around and just got an Ad Central family, they can make $200 a week selling, the phone service to other people. But what if they didn't? And they just came in and they just posted ads, and whatever didn't sell, they sold back to the company and made $100 a week. Guys, that's $400 a month. I want you to think about it. Who in their right mind wouldn't want to earn $400 a month while repairing their credit, while using that additional money to help them pay off their debt, which they're now paying off faster? I mean, it is just, to me, such a financial no-brainer. It's unreal. And on the same token, guys, they're able to get the additional secured loans to buy, things that they couldn't afford before or couldn't get before because no one would give them the credit. And now they're able to get those things, and they're paying, and it's reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. And guess what? Think about it this way. What if I purchase a computer off of that site, and let's say my monthly payment for the computer was, let's not get ridiculous. Let's say it was $100 a month. Well, guys, if I got an Ad Central family, think about it. I know bare minimum for placing the ads, I'm making $400, just selling back on the repurchase side. But I could take that $400, take $100 of it, and pay for the computer that I now are getting my credit raised because it's reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. So it's paying on the computer, and at the same time, it's paying for the computer and paying for my $49.90 service. And guess what? I got about $250 left over per month that I can take that and now apply that towards my other bills. It is just absolutely phenomenal. Just blowing me away when you think about the possibilities of what customers, as they'll start off with customers, and then once you help them know more about the business, what they're going to say and the platforms that they'll jump to. Just absolutely incredible. So I'm excited about this. Once again, people are asking me about the information because they want to send a lot of people to the meetings this week. I'm going to go ahead and pop that back up here and understand let's go back here. Let's find this. Here's the Atlanta meeting that you guys are texting in asking about. People are saying they're excited more than ever now. And you're right. It's an additional stream of income. And, people are still going to say, well, how in the world can Telexfree afford to pay so much out on the front end like they're doing? Well, guys, it's kind of like when you walk in certain stores just to get customers. Certain stores will put up a carton of milk. They'll sell milk this week instead of for the $2 or $3 to sell it for. You may see it for 39 cents. And what does it do? It drives everybody to that store to get the milk for 39 cents. And while they're in the store, oh, I need this, I need this, I need that. Telexfree is brilliant because in the beginning, even though they have a lot of people buying the phone service, but because of what they're paying out the majority, of that money up front, but it pulls more customers in the door, pulls more people and have more access to people having their different services. Absolutely brilliant what they're doing. And because the products that they're using are going to be in different countries, you're going to have products specific for your particular country. It is going to cause a lot of customers to not only be on board, but they're creating that Walmart type of a thinking where you bring a person in the door for one low price, but then they're exposed to all these other items and services. So guess what? They're going to end up purchasing more. So absolutely incredible. That was the Atlanta meeting. Orlando again, guys. We're going to get that to you guys tomorrow. That's the Friday night. Thursday night was in Atlanta. That starts at 7:30 p.m. Holiday Inn Perimeter, 4386 Chamblee Dunwoody Road. 7:30 starting. Friday, Orlando, and Saturday, guys, is going to be in Margate, Florida. That's the Super Saturday from 1 to 5, and that's going to be at the Go Choice Ballroom, 345 South State Road, number 7, Margate, Florida. And again, of course, agents are $10, guests are free. We've got a lot of people looking forward to, a lot of people are headed down to Florida. And I tell you what, guys, I'm excited not only about the opportunity, but I'm excited where we are. Any other comments from any of the leaders before we end this update call for today? Those are the things I wanted to share with you. Again, the 800 number will be accessible for a lot of people within the next week, that you guys will be able to call in with any issues, or if you need directions or help with this or help with that. That 800 number is going to be huge for that. So we appreciate that. Anyone else on our speaker line that would like to make a comment before we end our call? Let's double check here and see.